What's good, everybody? So today we are going on a little road trip. Went on Facebook Marketplace the other day and was searching up Q50 parts, you know, just browsing, and I found a front bumper for the car. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the front bumper is that we're going to pick up today, but just know that I'm driving about 4 hours round trip, maybe a little less depending on traffic, to get this bumper, and I'm paying $200. So I will say that you know, it's not a factory bumper, it is aftermarket, and it's one of the ones that I'd been looking at for since I bought the car. So to be able to find one that's brand new and never installed was extremely fortunate. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and get this trip on time lapse, so you know you'll be there in no time, so stay tuned. So as you can see, got the bumper. Shit looks amazing. Not gonna tell you any details just yet. I will reveal the whole thing in its glory when we get to the house. I'm not gonna bore you with the trip back, so the next time you see the bumper, it'll be sitting on the table. Right there. So what you see in front of you is a VRO tuning front bumper from Outcast Garage. Like I said, I picked it up for 200 bucks. It's amazing, the quality of this bumper. Hopefully the fitment is as good as it looks right now. If it is, it's going to be fantastic to install. The bumper from the factory comes with all the holes pre-drilled and riv nuts already installed that are threaded, so that's a bonus. Hopefully they all line up and they work well. It's got mounts to mount an aftermarket grill. As you can see, I already have a piece here that's going to go in it. It's going to look awesome. Let me see, what else? What are my intentions and plans? So I'm going to cut these vents out, make them functional. I'm going to cut off this license plate bracket, and since this bumper is fiberglass reinforced plastic, I can re-fiberglass the back side, smooth out the front side, and get rid of this whole piece right here. And I'm also going to delete this tow hook cover and make that nice and smooth too. Long-term paint purposes, probably gonna go black on the vents, black on the fog light surround, and black on this front lip here. And that will call it done. As you know, I ordered the wide body kit, so I do have a couple concerns about the bumper caps that are on the wide body. I'm not entirely certain how well that bumper cap is gonna fit on here with this vent here. But I'm still going to cut this vent out in hopes that it will work and function as I need to. But I think I'm going to end up having this bumper actually painted and installed after I get the wide body in, so I can confirm that this cap is not going to be a problem with this vent. Because if it is, I'll have to figure out if I'm going to modify the cap or if I'm going to delete the vent. I don't want to delete the vent, but if it comes to wide body caps or the vents, the wide body cap is going to be the priority. So I will do a test fit of this bumper tomorrow morning. So for now, this is it. I will pit back up in the AM. Okay, so now that I've had the opportunity to actually get the front bumper off and get a little bit of comparison between the two, I found a couple things I need to work on to get this bumper to fit. We'll start with the front fog area.
So the front indicator light lines up with the hole fine. That's not an issue, as you can see right there. But the points that it mounts to, that one lines up right there. That one does not. And on top of that, the screw, the riv nuts that they installed in here are too small for the factory bolts. So I would have to get new bolts to fit these locations as well. Now, let me pull the bumper back and show you a comparison from the back of the original factory bumper and the Outcast garage bumper. So, first thing first, that's the, yeah, I know that's broken. I haven't fixed that yet either. I'll get to it. You see, you got 1, 2, 3 clip points on the factory bumper. On the Outcast garage bumper, there's this thing. And I'm not sure what this is supposed to do. When looking at the bumper, it looks like it would replace this piece entirely, but I don't see how it's supposed to bolt on after you replace it. Because as you can see, the riv nuts, they are pointed inward, which would mean they want the bolt to come from this side through to lock back here. But that's not gonna happen. I don't know yet. I gotta work on that. The next big issue is right here where the headlight mount sits. So it has this riv nut right there that mounts on the car to absolutely nothing. But what the bumper's missing that the car has is the bracket assembly that bolts in from the top to actually mount to above the headlight. So again, trace out a template, take this, replicate it here, and then cut all this excess out to make my points for that to mount here. It appears that all of these holes are correct as far as I can tell. I won't really know until I get the weather stripping off and practice and test fit that, but I'm not doing that today. That's too much work for what little bit of time I have left. The bottom riv nuts, they're the correct size for the bolts. I don't know if they line up to where the underskirt sits, so I can't get it over the car because of these pinch points here and here that are stopping it from going on. And the last thing that I see that is going to be really important to me to work on is the inserts that go under the headlight. I'll have to do a template here as well to mount that down. You know, it's just from factory too. Overall, all these holes look like they're in place and they're correct. They may need enlarged, but again, when I get to that, that's as easy as just popping it with a Dremel tool, no big deal. So that's all I have for this one. If you are interested in following along with how this bumper install is going to go, be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you can get notifications on when the next uploads will begin. And I will see you then. Later.